Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday Leeds Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our last two games of the season in which we could potentially secure survival in the National League. It's been a very long and hard season, as we are all aware, and as you can see by the league table, we have dropped off a little bit, but we have managed to get a few more points on the board in recent weeks, and we've reverted back to a 4-4-2, and as such, we've actually drawn our last four matches. We've missed penalties. We've had penalties saved by our goalkeeper as well. And we're really struggling for goals, as you can see, with only the 2 goals in our last 6 matches. But with these last two games of the season, we could secure survival. As you look at the league table here, it's very, very close. We're 3 points ahead of Eastleigh. And the first game against Dagenham and Redbridge could mean if we beat them, they will be relegated. If they beat us, then both them and Eastleigh could catch us and we could go down. So it's a very important game, this one, followed by that home game against Southend. But hopefully we can just carry on with this resilient defensive form that we seem to have appeared with recently and get a good result. It's certainly been a tough run uh, recently. We are not having Cooper in goal. He has been very poor. Akers will remain in goal for today. He's rotated quite a bit by the looks of it. I'm just hopeful that we can continue this form. We've got Akers in goal with Ezanolim, who scored that brilliant last-minute equaliser against Dulwich Hamlet last time out, with Forbes, Hanks and Otsy Taiwo at the back, Ryan, Hutton, McCoy, Splat and Clark in the midfield with Marshall and Hayder up front. Obviously you have to have a sub-keeper really just in case, but we've got Okocha, Maroney, Marcel and Norval Williams on the bench. We've not got any striking options at all. In fact, I'm thinking actually we might have Barnes as a substitute player really, and he's just a bit more versatile to be quite honest. And I think actually, I mean Powell's struggling a little bit for fitness, but he is our better left back. We'll play him ahead of Ezanolim, and hopefully we can, like I say, carry on this run of form and get a good result. It's been a really tough run, but these 4 draws that we've had in recent matches have really pushed us up slightly, and to a point that a win today could secure us a place in this league next season. Um, in terms of my managerial side of things, they offer me a new contract. Now, I didn't sign anything purely because, in my opinion, if we get relegated, I've not done my job, so I would resign at that point potentially. But we'll see what happens. They might come back and offer another contract, but we'll see. And straight away, Dagenham and Redbridge are in front here. Aaron's with a cross in from the corner, and Senior has put it in. It's only been 2 minutes here, and Dagenham and Redbridge are looking to secure their safety, of course, in their last couple of matches. But this is a big blow for us. We need to be at least challenging to win this game today, and with that brilliant set piece, and it looks like it's there again, and Senior again with a header, this time off the crossbar, and it's cleared away. And Aaron's is absolutely ruining us with these set pieces at the moment, and now Adams with a strike quite a way over. We're gonna demand more straight away because we've been extremely poor at the start of this game, and hopefully we can just get into this game a little bit and create 1 or 2 chances. Unfortunately, with these last few matches with this 4-4-2, we haven't created a lot of chances, hence why they've all been draws, and we've not looked like scoring many goals either. So the fact that we're behind so early is a bit of a blow, but hopefully we can at least create something in this game. Damani Ryan charging down this right hand side, plays it back to Otsei Taiwo, who knocks it over the top. It's easily cleared by Shotton and Andre, and Isiaka loses out to Hanks. Now McCoy Splat plays it back to Forbes in space, looks over the top, and it's easy for Luthra to sort out there, and cleared forward again by Shotton. Otsei Taiwo does well. McCoy Splat into Hutton, looks over the top. Callum Marshall could be in behind here. Callum Marshall with the strike, and he's put it over. Hayder scored in one of the matches and it was a penalty. But other than that, neither of our strikers have been scoring since going to the 4-4-2. So it is a massive concern. We've got two, what I believe to be quite good strikers at this level, but they're just not pulling it off and they're not scoring goals, and it is a major concern for us. And as you can see, with the way the league table's sat at the moment, we have got work to do. And Eastleigh are currently level in their game, so they're currently earning themselves a point. It's been a disappointing first half. We're a goal down, and yeah, we're not creative enough, not positive enough. I'm We've been on a balanced mentality for a while as well. We're going to have to go attacking at some point. I think if we're not going to get creative, we're going to have to go attacking. And Aaron's has got another set piece here, and Senior's in there again, and Senior has scored again. Akers spilling the attempt. We're going to have to go attacking now. We're going to really have to sort something out. We're going to encourage the boys to get forward more. And those two goals that Senior has scored for Dagenham Redbridge are both his first goals of the campaign as well. And they've got a free kick here with Robinson. We've gone attacking, like I say. Robinson's strike hits the woodwork and it's cleared away. And we're going to have to make some changes to the tactics, I think, here, because we need to get forward. We have to do something. And a 4-2-4. There's not a lot else we can do here, I don't think. We're going to bring Barnes on for McCoy Splat, who's had that card, and Marcel's going to come on for Jack Clark, who's also... Oh, Marcel's going to have to come on for Ryan. Ryan's absolutely shattered. All of our players have performed badly so far, and for this last half an hour, we're going all out. We have to go all out here, and we need to create something, just anything. Aaron's plays it in, Forbes manages to clear, it's played back in, and it's cleared away again. And Aaron's picks it up again into Adams, back to Andre, and Lantan, and Chikukwa with the effort in the end. We're going to demand more again. We're just not creating anything. I mean, they're getting chance after chance. We're not even pushing them back here. And it looks like it's going to be our first defeat in 5, and in doing so, it could cement our relegation. Eastleigh are losing. That is a massive result that's happening there. Marshall with a 5.8 rating so far as well. Here's Barnes into Marcel. Finds Ali Hayder. Can we get forward quickly enough here? There's 10 minutes left. We need a goal and we need it now. Otsay Taiwo to Marcel. Now Barnes. It's opened up for Barnes. Can he score? No, he can't. It's well saved by the goalkeeper. And it should have been a goal. This is what I'm saying. We're not scoring goals. No matter who it is, we can't seem to score at the moment. Clark with the corner. Whips it into the far post. It's easily cleared by the goalkeeper. Now Forbes. Senior wins it. Senior's absolutely destroyed us today, hasn't he? He really has. This is Powell into Hutton. Looks over the top. Marshall was offside anyway, and it's just going to go out for a goal kick. And that is going to be that, I think. There's about 8 minutes left, and we just need something, and we need it now. Marcel and Otsay Taiwo exchanging. Jack Clark at the far post, and he's put it over the crossbar. We're not even getting shots on target. This is the other problem. And we haven't got any striking options. There's nothing we can do here. It really isn't. And Aaron's with the ball in, and Senior was at the far post. Chukukwa and Andre strikes. It's hit the post. It's come to McCallum. It's 3-0. Offside has been given. We need a goal, and it's not looking like it's going to come. We're desperate for a goal scorer, and we've just not got it. And Dagenham and Redbridge, I wouldn't mind, they've been worse than us this season, and we have been beaten by them. Quite badly as well, I might add here. So many players not performing, and yeah, that is not good at all. Dear. It's all going to go down to the final day. As it did last season for promotion, it's going down to the final day to see who stays in this league. I mean, every single player was shocking, practically there. And we're still sat in 20th place, with Dagenham and Redbridge and Eastleigh still able to catch us. It's going to do... I mean, it's in our hands, but we need a result against Southend. And with the way that we played there against Dagenham and Redbridge, I'm not feeling very hopeful. If we get relegated on the last day, I'm going to be absolutely devastated, to be quite honest. But that was a very poor performance. We've looked a lot more sturdy in this 4-4-2 setup. but we just can't score goals. Our strikers aren't in form. Our midfielders aren't in form going forward either. I mean, what can I do? You know, the players that we've got are good enough in this league, to be honest, but it's just not happening. Marshall vows to end goal drought. It's no good now, is it? And it won't be if we don't stay in this league. We've had an offer in for Kedwell. He is worth money, but and he wants to leave, but I'm not accepting an offer of nothing. We need the money, to be quite honest. I'm going to check in with other fixtures, and we'll move through this next week off camera, and then we'll be back for that final game of the season. Oh, it's crunch time. Okay, guys, here we go. It's the home game against Southend, and it's all to play for here. Dagenham Redbridge are away against already relegated Southport, and Eastleigh are at home against mid-table Barrow. With us playing Southend, we've got the toughest game out of the three teams, and Southend are also looking to secure a playoff spot as well. So it's going to be a tough game regardless. We're not expected to win this match, so we're going to have to hopefully rely on Southport getting something from the game against Dagenham and Redbridge. Likewise, Barrow getting something from the game against Eastleigh. We're 3 points ahead of Eastleigh, and we've got a we're 6 goals better off in terms of goal difference than they are as well. But if they get a decent win and we get beaten heavily, they could finish above us. If Dagenham and Redbridge win and we lose, we will be relegated basically. And with Dagenham and Redbridge's game away at Southport, they are certainly the danger team in this. We're rotating most of the side. It was a very unacceptable performance last time out. Fingers crossed. Here's hoping we can get a good result. And we're moving for an advance forward this time round rather than a pressing forward. We've got Cooper in goal with Hanks, Okocha, Forbes and Ezenolim at the back. Clark, Hutton, Maroney and Ryan in midfield with Marshall and Hayder continuing up front. They're the only players we can play up front, really. They're the only two strikers we've got because Higgs, of course, went out on loan not long ago. And because he wanted first team football and he wasn't getting it, but at that point we had one striker, so in our system. But here we go. It's all to play for here. It's the final day of the season. And yeah, we've got to get a result. We haven't won for a long time now. We have to get a result today to secure our league status. And yeah, it's going to be extremely tight, this one, I think. And I think what I'm actually going to do, we'll look at the latest scores instead and just hope for the best. Dagenham and Redbridge, as you can see, are quite a way down on the list, so we might not get to see. Barrow lead against Eastleigh. That's a massive goal in our favour there. At the moment, Dagenham and Redbridge remains 0-0. Barrow are 2-0 up at Eastleigh. It's 2-1 now. They've scored a penalty. All of the action is in the other matches at the moment. We've had no attempts at goal. We've had no possession practically as well here, but we remain at 0-0. Southport have had an injury, and it is getting dicey here. Dagenham and Redbridge are the one that we're looking at the moment. But as the game comes to half-time, there's been no highlights whatsoever. They've had one shot on target out of 6. We haven't created anything. It's absolutely unacceptable that we've not had a single shot in this football match. And Dagenham and Redbridge are leading. Dagenham and Redbridge are in front here. And that means that if we lose this game, we are going to get relegated as it stands. We're on the same amount of points though as it stands because we're level. But if we lose this game, we will be down. Here's Hosanna trying to make the clearance. Damani Ryan's got in. He has support. Damani Ryan, what a chance and what a goal. It's a huge moment for Kamani Ryan. Absolutely massive moment for him. He's been poor for most of the campaign. He's not scored many goals. And that is a huge moment for us here. What a finish. We've got a bit of breathing space here. Cooper couldn't get onto that one either, but it's gone over the crossbar. What a massive goal from Kamani Ryan. As things stand, we are safe. We've had the one attempt all game and we've scored it, and that takes Southend out of the playoff running as well. Are we gonna do something which I thought was practically impossible today? A win today is massive. Eastleigh are in front against Barrow now as well. But as things stand, Dagenham and Redbridge and Eastleigh are going down. Can we hold on to this? Clifford with a throw to Mooney, back to Clifford. Plays it forward, Hutton intercepts. Plays it back to Maroney. Looks over the top here. Kamani Ryan's in behind. Can he make the cross? He can, but only as far as Hayder. Back to Ryan and Marshall. And now Hutton with the strike. It's taken a huge deflection. It's hit the crossbar and Wright makes the claim. Massive opportunity once again. I can't believe how we're managing this. Southend have been so much better than us, but we did this against Ebbsfleet in the playoff final. We got battered and somehow won the match. Are we going to do it here? We're into the last few minutes. Are we going to stay up? Hunter to Moore, back to Hunter. Southend, of course, still fighting for that playoff place as well, I might add. Okocha clears to Maroney. Looks over the top. Callum Marshall's in behind. Plays it across. Ali Hayder. It's 2. We are staying in the National League. We haven't scored goals practically at all for 7 or 8 games. And we've scored 2 here. Ali Hayder and Kamani Ryan are the heroes today. We stay in the Vanarama National League. What a performance that was. It's probably the best performance we've had for at least 10 games, I would say. Whew, I mean, don't get me wrong. They were the better side, Southend, overall. But we've taken our chances. We've got the result we needed. We remain a National League club. Bear in mind, my contract runs out at the end of this season with Cheshunt at the moment. I didn't want to sign a new contract until the end of the season. I'm not entirely sure what to do at the moment. Do we stay with Cheshunt? Do we move forward to another team? I'm not entirely sure at the moment. But that is a massive achievement for the club. We've worked very hard this season and we've not had a lot of reward from it, but that is a massive result right at the end of the campaign. We've got the win that we needed. 2 points clear of the relegation zone. We've relegated Dagenham Redbridge and Eastleigh, and Eastleigh in the end only managed to draw. Dagenham and Redbridge actually won their game, but with that result, we have stayed in the National League. What a last day performance once again from us. And it's onwards to next season now. We'll see what happens. Depending on what jobs become available, I might start to look to move up the leagues a little bit. It was a very tough season, that one. I'm not sure how far we can take the club. Obviously, it depends on what budgets we get provided with as well. I mean, if we get given a budget where our wage budget is doubled, then we're in a much better position because it means that we can sign good quality players. But if not, it is going to be difficult, and that is massive. What there it is in black and white. Cheshunt avoid relegation. What a season in the end. Well, I say what a season. What a finish to the season. It was a massive, massive result for the club, and I'm just going to try and move forward a little bit just to see what they are offering in the way of budgets for next season. Like I say, my contract is up at the end of June in game, and we're at May at the moment. I didn't sign a new contract, like I said, purely because we didn't know if we were going to stay up or not. And to be honest, depending on what budgets we get offered, could determine whether I stay or not as well. Because if we don't get a lot of money in terms of an increase in what we can spend in terms of wages and whatnot, it's going to be very difficult, and we can't do this with the same squad that we had this last season. We really struggled our way over the line. We literally dragged ourselves through it. We need to see what budgets we are going to have for next season. It's the wage budget that we need to see, really. Transfer budget makes no odds to me because largely we're just signing free transfers all the time. When we're looking at squad planning for next season, not really interested in that at the moment. I'll have to do that and make a vote. We'll go for you. In fact, no, we won't. It's definitely got to be you, hasn't it? And I was hoping the budgets would come straight after, but it looks like we're going to have to move through a little bit here just to get these budgets. And it could, like I say, it could determine whether we stay or not. And as it stands, my contract is up, as we know, and I won't necessarily leave, like resign from the club, but what it'll be is I'll start looking for another job whilst my contract is underway here. If we don't get one, then we're staying, obviously. But let's have a look. See, it's only £9,000 in terms of wage budget, and we're spending that already. And we need to improve this squad. I don't think we're going to be able to do a lot this for this coming season, to be honest. It's going to be very difficult, but we'll see what happens. And until next time, guys, we might have a new club, we might not, and depending on what happens, we will come back for the beginning of the campaign in wherever we end up managing. It'll be after pre-season. We'll go through transfers and the first league game of the season with whichever club we might be at, whether it's still Cheshunt or somebody else. And thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. And this is Big Will signing away.